Welcome to Calvin's Got Game. Today, I want to talk to you about my top 10 roll and move games. Now, I know everybody's like, roll and move, that's an outdated mechanic. Nobody really likes roll and move games. Well, that's not true. I think there's quite a few people out there that like roll and move games. I mean, you think about it, you grew up playing roll and move games because that's what your parents did. That's what you learned to play if you play games with your parents. So one of the best selling game of all time is a roll and move game, and that's Monopoly. It's been around a long time, and there's a reason other than it being a roll and move that it didn't make my roll and move list, is because it always created fights and arguments as I was a kid playing Monopoly with my brother and my mom, and my dad just despised it, would not play it. So didn't play a whole lot of Monopoly with my dad. So, with that being said, I think rolling right is just a simple mechanic. Yes, it's luck. Well, guess what? Luck is a lot in life. Luck happens everywhere. And I don't mind a little luck in my games. So I prefer other mechanics over roll and move. But I do like roll and move games sometimes. And I want to talk to you about my top 10 games. So, with that being said, let's move right into number 10. Number 10 is called, this game is Bonkers. And I like playing this game. It was made in 1978. It's for 2 to 4 players, 10 to 15 minutes to play, and it was put out by Milton Bradley. I like this game because you're rolling and you count out the spaces, and you have these tiles that can say move ahead so many spaces, move back so many spaces. So you're going to be putting these out. Well, the person behind you, when they land on that space, will follow how that goes. And we always have a hilarious time playing it. The game is just, as it says, bonkers. But I truly enjoy the game. It is a lot of fun. Let's go to number 9. This one is Fortune and Glory, the Cliffhanger game. It was put out in 2011. It's for 1 to 8 players. Takes about 90 to 240 minutes to play. Now, this one's a little more involved. It has other mechanics and other things, but dice rolling is a lot of the mechanics in the game. And it's by Flying Frog Productions. But if you like Indiana Jones and you like that kind of thing, this game right here is for you. Fortune and Glory, the Cliffhanger game, fantastic. You're fighting the Nazis and you're trying to get the Zeppelin down, or you're fighting mobsters. There's 2 different scenarios that you can play, but the game is a lot of fun. It's just an adventure in a box. And then my number 8 is Hotels. Hotels replaced Monopoly for me because Hotels was just better. It had a better mechanism, and not to mention the 3D pieces that go on the board to make it look fabulous didn't hurt the game any. But Hotels is a 1974 game. It was put out then. It's 2 to 4 players, 60 minutes to play, and it was put out by Milton Bradley. There's 2 Milton Bradleys right there. Hotels, it's kind of like Monopoly. You're buying a piece of property, but if you don't build on that property, somebody can buy it out from under you. So if you haven't built on it yet, somebody lands on a buy space where they could buy it, they can take it, the deed of that land from you. And vice versa, if somebody else comes along and take it from that person. But as soon as you build a piece of a property, whether it's a building, you usually have to start with building 1, and then there's other buildings, and then you put the amenities on. And as soon as you get a building up on the property, you can start putting entrances out in front of your building so people can pull in to stay so many nights. Guys, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. So that's Hotels. That's my number 8. Number 7 is a relatively new game. It was in 2018. It's called No Escape. It's for 2 to 8 players, 15 to 45 minutes to play. And it's by, I don't know if I pronounce this right, Games, OOMM Games, Games. No Escape is you are put on you're on a space station, and everybody's trying to get off the space station, but there's only one escape pod. So you can leave anywhere off the board, and that's where the escape pod will be if you can get off the board. But here's the thing, it's modular. So you're adding pieces to the board, someone else is adding pieces to the board. You can either put it on your path, you can put it on somebody else's path, so you can see it can get kind of crazy. There's some teleporting pads and other things that makes the game a little interesting. But I find the game fun, even though it's roll and move. You roll the dice, move that many spaces, and you place a tile. That's about what it is. So that is my number 7. It is No Escape. So now let's go to number 6. Number 6 is Last Night on Earth. It's 2007, 2 to 6 players, 60 to 90 minutes, and it's Flying Frog Productions. It's another Flying Frog production game. Last Night on Earth, the zombie game. You have different scenarios, like you're either trying to fight everybody off from this house, keep this house standing and not overrun by zombies, or you're trying to get to a truck and you need gas, keys, and other things, all while fighting off the zombies. So in this game, you have one player, or possibly two, depending on the number of players, that are playing the zombie characters. And then you have the other folks playing some of the other characters from town, trying to carry out what the mission is. So you're just rolling, moving, using cards to shoot people, shoot zombies, and zombies are trying to get you. You get to add more to the board. It's just a lot of fun. It's one of those campy movies in a box. So I really enjoy it. That's my number 6, Last Night on Earth. Now that roll and move game, Last Night on Earth, number 6, it has a few more different mechanics in it. It is roll and move, and that's a lot of it. So that's why it's on the list. Number 5 is an old game from 1950. I'm not that old, folks, but from 1950, I remember playing this. I remember watching my parents play it probably in the 70s. So it's for 2 to 6. It's called Parking Shop. I don't know if I said the name. Parking Shop for 2 to 6 players, 30 minutes to play. And the version I have is a remake from Winning Moves Games. And I appreciate Winning Moves Games bringing it back, because I'd been looking for this game for a long time. Because when I was a kid, I wanted to play this game so much with my aunts and uncles, and my mom and dad would play it. They'd get together on certain nights, and I was always, "You're too young to play." Well, I'm not too young to play it anymore, and I got a copy of it. So in Parking Shop, what you're doing is you're driving a car from your home to a parking lot. You have a list of items you have to go to get on the board and buy. If you run out of money, you have to go to a bank, get some more money out. But as you're going, your dice that you're rolling to move with, if you're in the car, you roll 1 dice because you only have 1 engine. And this is weird. That was always weird to me. But if you're walking, you roll 2 dice because you got 2 feet. So you're walking around town trying to collect the things you need, but on the way back, you have to run extra errand. And you could get extra errands throughout the game, so your time of going and doing things could be way extended of just buying the things that are on your list. Guys, I love Parking Shop. It's just it's a luck of the dice rolling how fast you can get there, but I just enjoy it. That's my number 5, Parking Shop. Number 4 is a version of Life. It's called Redneck Life. It's made in 2003. 2 to 6 players, 60 minutes to play. It's by Gut Busting Games. And let me tell you, we always laugh all the way through this game. Redneck Life is, if you like Life, the regular game of Life, this one's 10 times more fun, because the silliness of the redneck nonsense that goes on in the game. You start out with absolutely $0, and so you're borrowing money right up front. You start out with nothing and you're borrowing money right up front, and you're trying to get all those paid off. So whoever has the most, it's not about the money, although it is, but whoever has the most teeth, because teeth, if you have those promissory notes, is what I'm gonna call them. They're Uncle Clem bucks or something. But if you have those, they count off as teeth. But if you have more money, you can buy more teeth. So it is such a, and you're rolling for goofy redneck names, and you get divorced. There's lots of things that go on in this game. It is silly fun. And if you like life, I suggest you check out Redneck Life because it is really fun. Now, I made a video of Redneck Life about how to play it early on in my YouTube videos, and it was so dark and stuff. So I'm going to have to make another one and revamp it to give it a second look so everybody can get an idea what it looks like. That was my number 4, Redneck Life. Enjoy it. And now number 3. Some people may say this is not roll and move as per se that you're the player rolling and moving, but it's roll and move, and that's Camel Up. This is a 2014 game, 2 to 8 players, 20 to 30 minutes to play by Egert Spiel. Camel Up is you're betting. It's a betting game, but the mechanic is also roll and move because you're rolling dice out of this pyramid. You're moving camels, and you're betting on which camel is going to win. So basically, it is roll and move. It's just not your character roll and move, and you're betting on some camels. And this game is wacky and can be lots of fun. My family really enjoys it. So my number 3 is Camel Up. Number 2, it's a racing game. That's the mechanic in the game, but you're rolling dice to decide what you do. So roll and move, yes, because there is movement, and you'll choose one of those dice to move, and it's called Jamaica. Jamaica was a 2007 game, 2 to 6 players, 30 to 60 minutes to play, and it's by GameWorks. So in Jamaica, you start out at Port Royal, and you're going to race around this island. And during this race, you have to pay for where you go into ports or stops with either food or money. Now, there are places where you can get a treasure where you don't have to pay anything. You take a treasure card, and hopefully you'll get treasure and not cursed treasure. So this game is all about who gets the most victory points at the end, but it is roll and move because you roll 2 dice. You put 1 for the daytime, 1 for the nighttime, and on your card it shows what happens during the day and what happens at night. You may be collecting food, you may be collecting cannonballs or cannon something, or you may be moving or collecting gold. So there's lots of different options on these cards, and everybody secretly makes a selection and turns it over on their turn and they do what they say they're going to do. Guys, Jamaica is a lot of fun. It's a racing game in its core, but it is actually roll and move as well. So I may have cheated with that one in Camel Up, but they are roll and move something. So my number 1. Now, I played this game actually a lot when I first got it. I don't get it to the table as much anymore, but it is Rattlebones. Rattlebones is a roll and move game. It was made in 2014 for 2 to 4 players, 15 to 30 minutes to play by Rio Grande Games. Now, in Rattlebones, you are at this weird circus, carnival, I don't know. But the board has some pre-printed places to go on it, and you have these little monkeys that you're moving around the board. You have 3 of them, so you can choose which one you want to move when you roll your dice. But as you go to these spots, it'll have, I don't know, a star symbol, a coin symbol, some other symbols on the board. Where you take that, you take the face off the dice and put the new face of whatever you picked up on the dice. And when you roll it, then you get whatever that is. So there's ways to score, and you're trying to score on this scoring track. And the ways to do that is by getting stars, getting stocks, getting a +1 victory point, doing the train track. There's all kinds of things to do on this game to get victory points. But Rattlebones is moving the opposite way. So you're coming one way, Rattlebones is coming the other. And if you ever meet up with Rattlebones, you win. So it's a little weird on the scoring track and how Rattlebones is, it's kind of creepy on Rattlebones. He's moving faster and faster. If you roll a deal on the dice, he just gets to moving. So I just really like the game, and the board is I don't want to say modular, but it changes because you have these cards that you put in certain places, and there's a lot of them. You shuffle them up, and you place cards on the empty spots for the carnival booths. I'm guessing what they are. So Rattlebones is my number one. I really enjoy it, and guys, I wish that people wouldn't give roll and move games such a bad time, because we all started out with roll and move. At least I did. Some people might have got into gaming a little later and didn't play roll and move games, but if you started early in life, you probably played roll and move games. And guys, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of luck in life, and there's nothing wrong with rolling some dice and having some fun. So I'm going to say, get a board game to the table, spend time with friends and family. And guys, I want to say thank you to my Patreon subscribers, Lewis and David. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Guys, thank you for watching Calvin's Guide Game.